Am I the asshole for turning a family vacation home into an Airbnb and charging my cousin to have her wedding there? Some background. My grandparents owned a 4-bedroom lake house with about an acre of land for about 25 years. Through the years, they hosted many family events and people visited often to get a free getaway. Last year, they wanted to move into a nice old folks home that's basically a resort. To do that and finance the rest of the years, they sold their main condo and put this up for sale. I bought it at what was a fair rate at the time, and it has since gone up in value about 25% due to the recent housing surge. I just finished with some renovations and officially got it listed on Airbnb as a side hustle. This summer, I've gotten lots of requests from family to visit, and I've said no because it's being renovated. I also told them I intend to use it as an income stream, not a family vacation home. I got some pushback but held firm. Well, now my cousin just got engaged and they want to plan a wedding on a specific day that has significance to them. This will end up being over Memorial Day weekend. My cousin Jean called me and asked if they could have it at the lake house since there's so much land for an outdoor wedding, and she and her fiance met there years ago. His family is family friends with our family. I told her that I anticipate renting it out that weekend and that she can have first dibs for the days needed and sent her the link to reserve it. She then realized this would run her close to $6,000 plus deposits and service fees, so really like $8,000. She flipped out saying that this is a family event and a family house, so I shouldn't charge.
Oh.
She then said it should be like a wedding gift. I told her, Jean, my wedding was 3 years ago and you got me a set of knives, which I do like. It's not really fair to say that I should basically give you $6,000. She flipped, called me greedy and a terrible family member, and hung up. Since this, my parents, aunt, and uncle, and one sister all told me that I was being greedy as well.
No.
My brother, who helped me with the renovations, is on my side 100%, and my grandparents told me they'd love to see a wedding there, but said they sold me the house with no conditions so they won't pressure me. But I've been getting so much flack from a few people in my family. There's an edit, but I'm just gonna go off of that first part. Excuse me?
No, excuse cousin Jean.
Where does she get off? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
There is like literally nothing to discuss here.
No, call me greedy, but baby, I be doing the same thing.
I'm sorry, I know how much a vacation house costs, and I know how much renovations cost.
Yeah.
And I know damn well that if you buy that under the impression that you're going to have an income from it,
yeah,
you need that money to pay for it.
Also, where does Jean get off being like, oh, just let me use your house for free, even if it is a family house? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And where does Jean get off being like sickened by the thought of $6,000 to $8,000 for a wedding venue?
Oh my God, yeah.
Have it in your own backyard, honey. If you're not paying, what venue is cheaper than that?
Yeah, that is absurd. I'm on OP's side, and I think his family is out of line.
Absolutely. Maybe you can cut her a discount. The cost of your knives.
Cut
the cost of your knives.
Yeah.
Give her
a $75 discount.
Right. I'm not asking for much. I'm asking for a $75 discount.
I feel like you could give her the service fees taken off. So like instead of her booking through the link, let's just have her pay you in cash, the $6,000. That saves her $2,000. That's a shit ton of money.
Do it under the table with no taxes.
Yeah.
I mean,
commit fraud.
Yeah.
It's really that easy.
It just seems insane that people are even, I mean, even the fact that the grandparents aren't mad about it. Like, you buy a house no matter who you bought it from. You buy a house, you're now under the condition of whoever that person was that owned it.
Yeah, and it's not like the grandparents gave him this house. Like, the person bought it fully. I don't know if it's a woman or a man, but OP bought it full price.
Right.
So it doesn't even matter what it's valued at now. All that's irrelevant. He bought the house and it's his or hers. So why? Absurd. This is why I feel like when it comes to weddings, I say this on every episode because it always turns into a wedding episode, but every family member just seems to be the most entitled when it comes to weddings. Like, why do weddings seem like they should be this like groundbreaking make or break, like everyone has to bend over backwards to do me a favor? Like, no, you don't owe your cousin shit.
I can't stand the entitlement that comes with like people and their own events. Like, it's my wedding. I need you to do X, Y, and Z for me. I need you to No. It's your wedding. Yeah. Not mine, not my time, not my money, not my problem. It is yours.
I also, call me selfish, but if one of our family members came to us and was like, we want to have a wedding. Can we have it at your shore house for the whole summer or like the whole weekend, this really popular weekend? Even if I wasn't renting it out, I would be like,
we enjoy
yeah,
it.
exactly. Like it's not a business, but I would still be like, you know, it's not ideal. Or like, yeah, but can everyone pay me? Because I need to pay for all the utilities, like to clean it, to have like, there's so much prep and cleanup you need to do to have even just a few people over. And then it costs money to even have them over for one night, let alone an entire estate, it seems, for a bunch of wedding guests that are going to be partying the whole time. Like, this is just crazy.
And then you have to think about like the destruction that comes with that. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Realistically, if you're not in that house, like what's going to happen if you're not there? Like we have a few friends come down and I'm now paying double in water, double in electric. I'm stocking the refrigerator with food, alcohol, and everyone brings snacks here and drinks there. But at the end of the day, I'm dishing out a shit ton of money every weekend that we have a full house at the shore. And then I'm spending my time prepping the house before they get there and cleaning the house when I leave at the end of the day. It takes, hours at the end of every weekend for us to totally flip our house again. And it's like, how much money do I make an hour at work? You know what I mean? Like that's basically I'm just doing work. So it's like when you think about all these things that go into owning a house, these people just don't get it. Like this is a vacation home, maybe. Like if it was us, it would be a vacation home and we get the severity of the situation. But this is a rental property. This person is under the impression that they're going to have this $8,000 from this weekend to pay for all those renovations, all of those utilities that came with the renovations, everything that was done on this house. And honestly, probably the down payment and the mortgage, a lot of this is going to go towards. And you're just expecting them to give that to you for free?
Yeah. And to clarify, like obviously when you invite someone over, you just know that like you're going to use more utilities. Like that's not the point. Like the point is just that like it does cost money to have people over, especially when those people are on vacation.
Yes, for sure.
And especially when those people are on vacation at a wedding. Like I feel like vacations are also just one of those things where people are like, who cares? It's vacation. Just do it. And then weddings are one of those things. And then those two together, it's like people just get so crazy and like do whatever the hell they want, which is fine if you're paying for the place and you're paying the security deposit and you're cleaning up when you leave. But I don't know, this cousin Jean is just giving me the vibe that when she's leaving on Sunday night, she's not cleaning up.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
not.
If she just thinks that she's entitled to this house, why would she then have to clean it?
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, no, Jean, honey, you got to pay for that cleaning service to come in. Most certainly not is OP owing any of this to you.
Yeah.
That's insane.
The top comment is, here's how a conversation would go with my close sibling. She says she really wants to get married at my rental property. I tell her that Memorial Day weekend brings in a chunk of money to cover the rental property bills, and I am counting on it. She responds that she knows I'm asking a lot, but can we try to work something out? I say I can do a direct rental, which saves her any fees, and I'm willing to knock off $1,500 of the rental price as my wedding gift. She says thank you.
That's a generous wedding gift too, huh?
I mean, just knowing that, because Aaron and I were debating buying a rental property in a beach town for this very reason. And just knowing how much money you make on holiday weekends compared to how much you're paying for this house, it's like the house is so expensive and the taxes and you make that money back during holiday weekends and like prime summer weeks. So like I don't know, $1,500 is a lot of money when this is your business. But anyway, she says thank you and she will discuss with her fiance. End of story. That's how a conversation based in any form of reality rather than delusion would go with a close sibling. And I totally agree with that. So this isn't even a close sibling.
This person is genuinely not level-headed. And they're entitled and like... I don't know.
There is an update, but it's generally just saying that Jen and OP aren't close. They're one of 13 cousins. Memorial Day weekend is very popular. The current price that people have called ridiculous is based off of what the surrounding places are called. So it's really just like logistics. It's not like details to the story, but I totally agree. And I wouldn't let my cousin stay there. And you can call me selfish or greedy, but I'm going to call myself a business person.
You don't owe anyone anything.
Yeah.
Like even if you bought this house to make it your own vacation rental, like Kelly said earlier, why should you have to give up one of the best weekends of the year? I'm sorry, but they're Memorial Day to Labor Day, summer in our area, our neck of the woods, is Memorial Day, Labor Day. You get Memorial Day, you get 4th of July, you get Labor Day weekend. Those are your 3 long weekends that you get at the shore. If you're not using your vacation, I'm not giving that up. Sorry. Yeah. Unless the money is worth it.
I know.
Which it's, for us, it's not, because we don't rent our house out. I'm not giving that up for anyone.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, if you think that's greedy, I'm not asking anyone to do that for me.
Absolutely
I would
not.
never ask to borrow someone's massive vacation home that's their business for me to use for free for an entire weekend on a holiday weekend.
Right.
I would never do that.
Absolutely not. No. So don't ask me to do it.
When it comes to me giving up money, no, just kidding.
And also, just like, where do people get off being entitled to anyone else's anything? Like, just because I own a vacation house or that person owns a rental property, what does that have anything to do with you? I'm sorry, you want a vacation house? Go buy it. You want a rental property? Go buy it. You want to have a wedding? Pay for the venue.
Yeah.
Come on, done. We're done, Cousin Jean.
It's honestly so sad when you have friends, when growing up, if they had a pool in their backyard or if their parents had a vacation house, it's like, oh, all of a sudden they have so many more friends when May comes, when June comes. And one of my best friends from my childhood, they have a beautiful pool in the backyard, and the amount of texts that he would get in high school every time June 1st hit, literally being like, you should have a pool party this weekend and we should all come. I'm like, I would literally never. No. Even when I was 15 in high school, I wouldn't have done that.
No.
People are so entitled. I would just feel so bad using someone like that.
Yeah, but it's the damn truth.
Yeah.
The amount of people that are friends of friends, stragglers somewhere along the line that are like, how's the house?
I know.
I appreciate you asking how the house is, but is that really what you're asking?
Yeah, you're like, well, it's great. You're never going to see it, though.
Unless you're paying for Memorial Day weekend rates.